Last Saturday was the last UFC of the year. I hope you checked it out or at least catching up to it. One of the good fights, Said Nurmagomedov. Doesn't matter how many times I practice these Russian names. I literally will sit here and say it in my head 5 times before I hit start. Then I screw it up every time. He was fighting UGETUBE. Kakramanov. I messed that up too. Kakramanov. I know that doesn't sound right, but you get the point. I'm an American. What do you want from me? I'm not very good at Cyrillic. That was a joke. But that was a great fight. You know, Said is really good, but he's got a lot of stand-up, kind of like Umar. And again, not related to those guys. Same last name, different family. Apparently they know each other. Khabib talked about that before. And those guys have some interactions, but he's not part of the family, my understanding. But, you know, he's more similar to Umar and Usman, meaning that he has the Dagestani style to a certain degree, but more striking like those two, which is really a dangerous combination. If you have that level of wrestling, and then you're really good at stand-up, you know, forever everybody was like, well, you know, Islam and Khabib can't strike. But you saw Khabib versus Conor. I mean, he knocked Conor down. Not that he's as good as Conor with stand-up. I don't think that. But if you spend enough time, I think, you know, he was in the AKA gym for how long? You know, years. And, you know, AKA is a kickboxing gym originally with a lot of stand-up and stuff. And you look at Umar and Usman, they have that wrestling, but they have really good stand-up, a lot of really good kicks. I mean, man, the question mark kick on those guys just blows my mind every time I see them throw it. It's so fast. And just the way it flows just kills me every time I see it. But Said is similar to that. He's got a lot of really good stand-up, but man, Kakramanov, he just kept going after him. He wouldn't let him have that distance, which is so smart. You know, do you really want to stand with a stand-up guy? That's nuts. You know, he's good in his own right, but he just kept the pressure on him, kept close so he couldn't get that distance. But in the end, Said pulled it out with submission in the second round. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go watch it. It was a good match. Shows you a lot of really good stuff. How you deal with a hard situation. I mean, he just could not get the space to get his game going. He was constantly defending takedowns and submissions and the pressure that he was putting on him. It's a great fight if you pay attention to what you're looking at.